Everybody, to my marketing Periscope today. This is JackLater. Want to welcome my replay viewers. This is a Periscope on how to explode your email open rates. Right there you can see what my total subscribers are. These are active subscribers. These are not actually total subscribers, but actual active subscribers. I probably have anywhere from 9 to 10,000 subscribers total, but I'm going to give you one tip right now that's very important. When your list starts to grow over a couple thousand or so, it's really important that you delete out your inactive subscribers because it affects your email open rates and your deliverability. But anyway, we're going to talk about this right now. JackLater, we're going to talk about how to explode your email open rates and how to do that most efficiently. I've ranked in the top 10 of 3 different internet marketing systems and network marketing company, and so I know how to market online. I know how to reach the top of the leaderboards in this industry. So I'm going to talk about email marketing right now and how to explode your email open rates. And I'm going to get a drink of water here because my throat's been a little bit raspy today. Just a second. It's actually getting a little bit better. And but what I'm going to do right now, I need to put my glasses on here so I can see what the heck I'm doing. But make sure to stay with me right to the end of this Periscope, because I'm going to give you at the end here an acronym, 2 different acronyms that are going to be really helpful for you to remember as far as exploding your email open rates. The first acronym I'm going to call CPUC, that's C-P-U-Q. The other acronym is CURVE, C-U-R-V-E, and I'm going to talk about those here in a few minutes, so make sure to stick with me right to the end of this Periscope so that you can put that as I guess you call it your caveat to remember long term. And this is kind of cool. I don't know. I'm going to show you something here for a second. Check this out. Okay. What this is... there's actually a puzzle maker that you could get. See, here's my graph here. And what this is about, how to explode your email open rates, I'm going to do this. You could actually go online and type in puzzle maker, and it'll actually make something like this. It's kind of cool. So the way I'm going to go about this, this Periscope internet marketing training is we're going to put together pieces of a puzzle in this email marketing. It's not just one technique or idea to keep in mind, and I want to welcome Lisa, who just joined us again. I noticed that you were on my Morning Mindset Periscope, and hope you get a ton of value from this. There's been many hours, guys, put into training right now that I'm going to give you. I could probably charge a couple $100 for this training and actually, sell it all day long, and I may actually do that. So those of you who are on my Periscope right now, you're getting a ton of value for zero money. So make sure to share this on your social media on Facebook or Twitter or whatever by swiping down or swiping sideways, depending on what kind of unit you have here, and clicking share. Also, as I give you the value that you need today for your own business, feel free to click 2 or 3 times on your screen there for hearts, and caring is sharing, and getting hearts is cool. So anyway. I want to welcome all of you out today. Some of you have just barely joined me. We're going to talk about how to explode your email open rates. I have thousands of subscribers on my list. I was just showing a minute ago about 3,400 active subscribers, but that doesn't include the inactive ones that you need to delete over time. I probably have closer to 9,000 or 10,000 subscribers on my email list. excuse me, and I was mentioning earlier that it's really important as you're doing your email marketing that you delete the people who have been inactive for. My benchmark is about 6 months. Some people will actually have those deleted within 3 months, and if you have AWeber or GetResponse or OmniPress or some of the other auto email responders, it's very easy to do that, to segment a list of the ones that are not opening. You want to delete those that are not opening your emails, because it will actually improve your deliverability and your email open rates, especially your deliverability. And the other thing to keep in mind here is that your auto email provider is going to charge you for those emails that just sit there, even though they're not opening their emails. And so even though they're not opening their emails, they charge you by the email that's kept in their databases. So, for example, with AWeber, my rates, my monthly fee, almost doubles when I hit 4,000. So I watch that really closely. As soon as I get to 4,000, I go back and delete my list again. That's one reason why I often don't have an email list bigger than 4,000, because I want to have active subscribers there. And I don't want to pay for people who are not opening their emails. Not everybody's going to be interested in, and they get inundated with emails. So we're going to talk about how to explode your email open rates. And one thing to keep in mind is that people, you know how it is now. It used to be when email was just starting out in the early 90s that people would open every email. And I would imagine during the entire 90s and maybe the early part of the 2000s, mostly people would open virtually every email. Well, it's not like that anymore, because you know how it is. You get emails, there's a ton of junk mail there, and a person has one hand on the delete key all the time. And so you want to do everything you can to increase your email open rates. And I'm going to give you a ton of different ideas here. Let me see, how many are there on this list of mine? It's something like 42 pieces. Yeah, 43 puzzle pieces, including the acronym at the very end that I mentioned. Make sure to stick with me right to the end of this Periscope, and I'm going to give you two really powerful acronyms that you can remember when you do every single email, and it's going to be really powerful. So make sure to stick with me right to the end, and also during the value that I give you right now, 43 puzzle pieces. Get out some paper and pencil. I'm going to go as quick as I can because I don't want to take forever on this Periscope, but I'm going to try, if I can, to keep this to about 20 minutes if I can. 15 or 20 minutes. Hope you get a ton of value and that it will help you in your business. My goal, and I got to tell you, I'm really passionate about this. Hold on. My third month internet marketing, I hit $4,300. 11th month, I hit about $11,100 in my business. And when I hit that first $4,300, it really made a huge difference in my life. And the reason why I'm passionate about this is because I want other people to get free. I know how difficult it is to be in a financial spot and not be able to pay your bills and having to rely on welfare, which I did at that time. And I know how difficult it is for moms and dads to pay the mortgage and pay the car payments and not being able to reach that. And when I hit my first $4,300, it made all the difference in the world. And within 3 or 4 months after that, I was hitting $4,000 and $5,000 consistently, and then $11,000 my 11th month. And I was able to take my dad to a professional basketball game, the Utah Jazz game, twice, and the second time I actually got 7th row tickets to the Utah Jazz. 7th row tickets. I don't know if you priced those out before, but they're several $100s. They're not cheap, and I'm so glad I did that. He died about 3 months ago, and I was able to take him to that ball game about a year before he died, and I have no regrets. I'm so glad I was able to do that. But I wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't for internet marketing. That's why I'm crazy about it. I love internet marketing. And that's one reason why I wear this dumb hat here is I just love it. It's fun. It's exciting. You're going to have your challenges like any other business. I've had my share. But you learn from the challenges and you move on and you share what you've learned as a result with other people so that maybe they don't have to go through the same challenges that you did. It helps in improve their or shorten their learning curve. So I hope that you're going to shorten your learning curve right now because email marketing is absolutely king and it's essential. So want to welcome all of you out today, my replay viewers as well as others. Now, I'm going to have to look down every now and then to some notes because I don't want to miss giving you the value that you absolutely need. I love internet marketing. I've said that. So let's start out. These are the puzzle pieces right here. Number one, segment your list. Now, I've talked about that before. This means that you want to make sure that you're sending your list what they've asked for. Okay, don't send information about dog training to a list that is maybe about NBA stats or cars or whatever. Number two, frequency. Make sure that you're consistent and frequent. Now, you don't want to get too frequent. If the more you're sending out emails, the more frequent, the lower your email open rates are going to be. But it's a fine line between being consistent and being too frequent. You're going to get a ton of unsubscribed if you're way too frequent. Now, I do know some people that can kind of get away with that, and they make it up with new subscribers. But most of us are, if you're getting, 10 to 15 to 30 leads per day, that's pretty good. 30 to 50 is going to be making you probably about $4,000 and $5,000 a month. So you need to be reaching toward those goals. But if you're getting less than, let's say, 7 or 8,000, well, let me break it down by the day. I'm overcomplicating this. If you're getting less than 50 leads per day, you probably shouldn't be emailing your list more than about once a day. Now, I know some people who do it 3 or 4 times a day, but it's because they're bringing in 200 or 300 leads a day. So want to be careful with that. Frequency is important, but not too frequency. Now, value. What about value? You want to give people the value that they need. This is how I look at it. Don't be afraid of putting people in competition with you, because the more people you help, the more money that you'll make. Zig Ziglar said that if you help enough people get in life what they want, you'll get in life everything that you want. So number 3 is value. Number 4, share personal stories. Can't tell you the importance of sharing personal stories in your emails, and it's something that they'll resonate with. I shared the story about how we were in a dire financial situation a few years ago, and in fact, I had an attorney that went after our checking account for about $1,200. In fact, they took every dime that I had saved up to help get me through the summer. At that time, I was teaching school and teaching college, and I was teaching part-time. I didn't have money through the summer to help me, because the summer students are now taking college courses, and so I was getting paid hourly, and so I had to save up to get me through the summer. Well, an attorney went after my checking account, took every dime I had, and that was at the beginning of the summer when I needed the money the worst. And so we actually had to go to our church and ask them for food, and they were really good, excellent about that. But as a result, I found myself in a tough situation, but I got out of that problem by doing internet marketing. And the first month, I think it was like August or September of that year, The first month I made about $800. The second month I made about $1,200. And the third month I made about $4,300. And it changed my situation big time. So I share stories like that. And incidentally, if you want to learn how I get leads online and how I market and all that stuff, make sure to go to workwithjacklater.com and type in just about any subject on internet marketing, and I'm going to be able to help you get leads and how to get sales and how to hit the top of your internet marketing system or company. I've reached the top 10 of 3 different internet marketing systems, which includes one affiliate / network marketing company to boot. So anyway, so number 3 is share value. Number 4 is share personal stories. Number 5, controversy. Believe it or not, if you bring up controversial stuff, it's going to get attention. Sometimes I personally will come up with or develop a controversial subject line to get higher email open rates. Now, make sure that it's relevant to whatever you're trying to share, but there's nothing wrong with controversy. Okay, and remember words to set off the spam alert. Stuff like cash, free, buy, order, click, trial, for you, no selling, 100% free. This isn't junk. Open email marketing. You just think that there's a lot of red alerts that could actually set off the spam alert that you want to be careful of that. So that's number 6. Avoid the spam alert. Number 7. Avoid red. Just a second. There's a time when that would have worked, but today it's considered spammy. So avoid the flashy colors and stuff. I don't even use borders in my email. I used to have fancy templates that you could get with your email provider with Aweber or GetResponse, but I just don't use them. I mean, and I know that most of the other top internet marketers that I know follow that same rule. Number 8, avoid exclamation points. Number 9, avoid all uppercase letters. I don't even do that. I may use it in one word, but I won't use it in my entire email. In fact, I'll just use lowercase letters in my entire subject line. Personalize your subject line. Number 12, don't link too much. Now, I might link 2 or 3 times, which is optimal, but don't do any more than that. Number 13, include unsubscribe links. Now, you want to give people the opportunity to unsubscribe. If they're not going to stay on your list anyway, they may as well get off there, and your open rates will increase, actually, if you do that. Besides CCAM laws, there's existing internet email laws that say that you've got to give people the opportunity to unsubscribe. Every now and then I'll get an email from somebody frequently, and there's not an unsubscribed link on there, and I don't know, it kind of upsets me because I know that they have to provide one. They're supposed to. Okay. Number 14, delete unopened subscribers' email addresses. And I talked about that earlier. I only have about 3,400 active subscribers right now because I delete the unsubscribes. You're going to get charged extra for them, and they're not opening. It's your email open rates and your deliverability is going to go down if you keep those people on your list. So clean them up every now and then. If you're not getting a person to open within a 3 or 6 month period, chances are they're never going to open, especially if it's been 6 months. So maybe as a brand new person, you might want to set that at 6 months. But if you're having, quite a lot of subscribers on a monthly basis, 3 months is usually optimal. Okay, delete bounce backs. Now, in your auto email responder, they do have a way for you to delete the bounce backs. Now, some providers actually do that automatically. I know Aweber will automatically delete unsubscribes, and they don't deliver to the unsubscribes anymore. So I think in Aweber you don't even have to worry about it. But check your auto email provider, Get Response, and others to see what they're. I'm not sure what Get Responses is. I've been using Get Response a little bit lately, but not as much as Aweber, so I don't know what Get Responses policy is on that. Now, I'll talk more about subject lines in a minute. And so, anyway, here's some key guidelines. Number one, about subject lines. You need to spend a lot of time on your subject lines, okay? Use action, urgency, and friendly words. Use emotion, content indicators, and lists. I love top 10 lists. Be very specific in your subject line and make sure in your body that you deliver on that. And don't repeat subject lines from one email to the next. In fact, you could actually send out an email a second time if you use a different subject line and change up the body a little bit. But I'll talk more about that segmenting here in a minute. Now, here's the first acronym. Okay, it's piece number 7, puzzle piece number 7. Use enticing subject lines. Now, how can you do that? Give me a minute. My voice is still kind of raw here, so I have to be careful. Okay, number 1, controversy. Number 2, power words. 3, urgency. 4, question. Now, that's the acronym, CPUC. C is controversy, P is power words, U is urgency, and Q is questions. Controversy, power words, urgency, question. That's the subject line, okay? I'm going to save the second acronym till last. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. But controversy, power words, urgency, and questions. Now, don't you think that if you did one of those 4 things, that you're going to get a higher open rate, right? Talk about a controversial subject. See if it doesn't open your email rate. Power words. Power words. And I'll talk about power words here in a minute. Urgency. Questions. Now, let me mention one that I had just yesterday, a couple days ago. Single mother breaks free from toxic relationship. Now, that's a pretty powerful subject line. In fact, that particular subject line got me double the open rates. I'm looking at it right now, about 50% higher open rate than it did on most of the emails that I had this week. So I talk about that, and then it's a story. When you open up the email, I tell a story about a lady. It's a true story about how she was able to break free from a toxic relationship, partly because she was able to improve her income. And she did that because of what we teach in our system. So you may want to go to workwithjacklater.com, workwithjacklater.com, and you can find information about that. But on how she did that. Keep subject line number 18. Keep subject lines in lowercase letters. I used to be really correct in my grammar and my subject lines. That's not necessarily the case in email marketing. Especially in the subject line, you want to make it look as friendly as possible. You want to write your subject lines and your subjects and your bodies as if you're talking to your best friend. Okay, keep the subject lines in lowercase letters. Okay, number 19, create an engaging, casual, personal subject line. Number 20, test your subject lines. Now, you can split test your subject lines in Get Response and Aweber and some of the other ones. Just check with, and usually it's just a matter of a click of the button to split test. Number 21, puzzle piece number 21, write as if you're talking to your best friend. That's what you have to remember. I try to do that in my videos too. I do my videos and my subject lines and my emails. I try to write those as if I'm talking to my best friend. And what I do is I visualize my best friend, whoever that is. I have one best friend that I can think of at the top of my head, and a few others that I keep in mind, that as I write my subject lines, it makes all the difference in the world. I have a friend that I've known for over, probably 30-some years now, who's a top leader in the educational profession. He's a superintendent of a school district up in Madison County, Idaho. And it's kind of funny because I know him so well that whenever I write a subject line and do an email, I try to do it as if I'm talking to him personally. So anyway, number 22, write quality content. Number 23, the from line should be a personal name, not a company. Number 24, don't make your emails like a brochure. We are not in the business of sending junk email. Now, when I first started internet marketing, I'll admit, I was making those emails like a brochure. I really was, because I had a background in real estate, and I also have my father was a real estate broker, and I just thought that brochures were the way to go, and I would make my emails a lot like that and make them really flashy. Well, that's not how you're going to get open rates and click-through rates in your emails. Don't make them like a brochure. Get away from the idea of making it look like a piece of junk mail that you pull out of your box, your mailbox. Keep your emails mobile friendly. Now, this is number 25, puzzle piece number 25. Keep them mobile friendly. Now, I know that GetResponse and Aweber allows you to visualize. Let me think about Aweber for a second. I think Aweber does it, but I know that when you use GetResponse, you can actually use a border, or it'll show a border. It'll look like an iPhone, and it'll show you what your email looks like in the iPhone. And you can actually, segment your paragraphs so that it looks better in mobile. So anyway, make it mobile friendly. Number 26, create quality content. Just a second. Create quality content. Stop asking for the sell on every single email. I mean, people get tired of that. They're looking for answers and solutions to their problems. For example, this particular Periscope that I'm doing right now is solving a lot of problems if you implement what I'm teaching you. And I will actually send an email to my list directing them to a blog that has this exact same information on it. It's at workwithjacklater.com, by the way. And if you want to get more email marketing tips, make sure to go to workwithjacklater.com. But that's what I do. I provide quality content. The most ideal way to improve your email open rates is to send compelling emails that are relevant to the reader's needs. Make sure that you're matching your market there. Method to market match. Make sure you send them emails related to what they asked for the first time that they got on your list. Number 27, puzzle piece number 27. Offer something valuable in every single email that you send. Now, what about list segmentation? We've talked a little bit about that already. Here's puzzle piece number 28. Survey your list. Now, here's an idea. If you want to really know what your list wants, every now and then, send them a survey. Now, what you could do is send them an email with questions in it, telling them, hey, I want to send you, I want to answer your questions, but I need to know what your problems are. And you could actually send them to a survey. Here's the website right here, surveymonkey.com. It's free. surveymonkey.com. They do have some advanced options that are more expensive, but I just do the free one, surveymonkey.com. So what happens is that you get people, you send people to SurveyMonkey, you send your list to SurveyMonkey, they fill out the survey, then it provides obviously feedback to you as a marketer, and lets you know exactly what your list is looking for. So I'm going to encourage you to use SurveyMonkey. Number 29, limit list size, segment when needed. Now this is kind of interesting. I got to tell you about this. There was a recent survey that was done by Neil Patel, and he said that one marketer. This is a quote from Neil Patel. He said that one email marketer he knew trimmed off 90% of his list, but then after cleaning it up, he doubled his conversions. So think about that for a second. The guy trimmed off 90% of his list. In other words, not the 90% who were not responding at all, and he doubled his conversions. Isn't that cool? Okay, number 30, get mobile optimized. Make sure that it is mobile optimized. 31, offer real value consistently. Okay. Now, what I do is I follow the 80-20 rule. I provide value 80% of the time, at least 80% of the time, and I might pitch 20% of the time. And actually, most of the time, it's more like 90-20 or 90-10. I feel safer with 90-10, and people appreciate my value on a consistent basis. I'll tell you, you're going to be a lot more likely to get sales when you're providing value on a consistent basis. Now, a lot of people ask me, okay, Jack, you're talking about value. Where am I going to get all this value from? Okay, here's two ideas. And I got this from Ray Higdon and Mike Hobbs. ILT to more money. Okay, ILT to more money. That's invest, learn, teach. Invest in your internet marketing education. Learn and master, the products that you purchase. And number 3, teach it. Okay, a lot of the stuff that I've taught you today, I learned from other resources. In fact, I compiled probably 4 different resources in the Periscope that I'm giving you right now. So the people that are on this Periscope, and I'm brand new to Periscope, there's not a whole lot of viewers right now that are watching this Periscope, but I've given a similar webinar on Google Hangouts, and you're getting a ton of value right now, probably $200 or $300 worth of value for 0 money right now. So I hope you appreciate that, and make sure to share it with your list by swiping. Sharing is caring. But anyway, number 32. Create a soap opera. A never-ending story. In other words, each email is a different story. Make it compelling, make it exciting, and I know marketers that will tell a story over and over and over again in maybe 5 different emails, and what they do is they leave the email as a cliffhanger so that they have to open up the next one, and it drives them crazy if they don't get the next email soon. Number 33, remain consistent with delivery time. Now, I send out my emails usually around 5:30 in the morning. That's my time, so 7:30 Eastern time, because that's the best time for me. You can probably up that a little bit. We'll talk about some numbers here in a minute. But number 34, check your spam score with your auto email service. Your goal should be a 0%, obviously, but you're always going to have some kind of spam score there. Number 35, ask your subscribers to add your from address to their address book, or if you have Gmail, ask the subscribers to move the your email from the promotions folder to your inbox, or if they happen to find one in the spam, move it to the inbox. Just by moving the email in Gmail, by moving that email from promotions or one of the other folders to your inbox, you're going to greatly improve your email open rates. You also want to make sure to ask your subscribers to whitelist your email. so that you don't get, so that it doesn't end up in a spam folder. Number 36. Just about done here, by the way, and make sure to those of you who just jumped on this this Periscope right now, make sure to stay right near the end, because I'm going to give you another acronym that's going to help you in your email open rates to remember, and I hope you write these acronyms down here in a minute. Okay, piece number 36. Send a split campaign with different subject lines to compare results. And all you have to do is check with your email provider and ask them how to set up a split campaign. And Aweber especially is really good with their customer service, by the way. And let me mention something that's really important. If you are in an affiliate company or a network marketing company, don't go to your sponsor for technical support. There's other ways that you could go. For example, if you have a problem with your auto email responder, please go to your customer service of Aweber or GetResponse, and they have great customer service. They're going to help you through those steps, step by step. And it's just kind of a pet peeve of mine, because I want to be able to help people build their businesses, but I'm not a technical service person. They need to go to Aweber to get that help. And incidentally, if you want a 1 month subscription, I think it's a $1 trial offer for Aweber or GetResponse. Just shoot me an email or leave a comment on my website at workwithjacklater.com, or you can shoot me an email at success@jacklater.com, and I'll send you a trial there for either Aweber or GetResponse with my affiliate link. It'll be like a $1 trial offer, and you can check it out for a month. But anyway, number 37. Nurture your subscribers. Now, companies that make nurturing their list a priority generate 50% more sales from their leads at a 33% reduction in cost. Okay, that number right there came from Neil Patel and SERP-IQ. These are actual numbers, so don't believe me, just go with the numbers. HelpScout.com found that making time to nurture leads produces a 21% increase open rate. 21% increase open rate alone by nurturing the subscribers. You're giving them the value that they need, giving them the help that they need. Now, what about winning subject lines? Just a second. Okay, puzzle piece number 38. An email subject line with 4 to 15 characters gets the best open rates, according to unbalanced.com. Number 39. Short descriptive subject lines work best. Short descriptive subject lines work best. Okay, here's puzzle piece number 40. Okay, puzzle piece number 40 is the acronym CURVE. C-U-R-V-E. C-U-R-V-E. Curiosity, urgency, relevancy, value, and emotion. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Curiosity, urgency, relevancy, value, and emotion. Okay, now guys, you can go to workwithjacklater.com and get more details in each one of these specifics here. Just for the sake of time here, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, so you can get going with your business. But number 41, avoid using dear in the subject line. Number 42, ask open-ended questions. Don't ask yes or no questions. Keep them open-ended. Timing. Puzzle piece number 43, the peak open times, according to Marketing Serpa, is 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Now, I like to send it out earlier in the day because I want to take advantage of all of those times. But that's what works out best. And 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. is best. I send mine out earlier than that because I'm in the West. I'm in Utah, and so in By the time it gets to the East Coast, it's more like 7 o'clock when they get that email, 7 or 8. And I figure, well, that's when they're opening them around 8 o'clock, but they might sit in their email box for an hour before they ever open it. Okay, conclusion. Now that you have the pieces of the puzzle together, take action on them. So here's the 2 acronyms right now. We're going to wrap it up with this, okay? And, CPUQ, C-P-U-Q, CPUQ, controversy, power words, urgency, and questions. Again, that's controversy, power words, urgency, and questions. Okay, what's the second acronym that we talked about? Look in your notes. Curiosity, urgency, relevancy, value, and emotion. Again, that's CURVE. Curiosity, urgency, relevancy, value, and emotion. Okay? Hope you got a lot of value from this. Make sure to share by swiping sideways or down and clicking the share button. Sharing is caring. Again, here the 2 acronyms again, CPUQ and CURVE. CPUQ, controversy, power words, urgency, questions. CURVE, curiosity, urgency, relevancy, value, and emotion. Guys, hope you got a lot of value from this. And incidentally, if you need to learn how to get a lot more leads into your auto email responder, go to JackLater.net and download my 8-step checklist and video walkthrough to 30 to 50 leads per day. It's a PDF. You check it off one by one, and it comes with a video, and I just kind of walk you through step by step exactly what I do. It focuses mostly on video, and video is king right now. Now you can utilize the same techniques in blogging and a lot of other techniques, so make sure to go to my 8-step checklist at workwithjacklater.com. So 10 o'clock every day except for Wednesday and Friday, I do a internet marketing training just like this. If you got value from this, share it, and also come back at 10 o'clock tomorrow, give you a ton more value. Yeah, 10 o'clock is going to work out tomorrow. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 10 o'clock is our marketing topics. And so I hope you got a ton of value from that. Make sure to go to workwithjacklater.com if you want to get more information on email marketing and open rates but specifically make sure to download that 8-step checklist and the PDF walkthrough and the video walkthrough to 30 to 50 leads per day. You'll get a ton of value from it. I promise it's going to be very valuable. It's been responsible, that 8-step checklist alone, and it's free for you. Put your wallet away. That 8-step checklist alone has been responsible for me making nearly just about $100,000 right now. $4,300 my 3rd month, $11,000 my 11th month. This has been a fun ride for me. So check out. I show you exactly what I do. I take you over my shoulder, show you exactly what I do to market, and I hope that's a ton of value for you. And you continue to get value on a daily basis from me. Make it a great day. Bye. Sharing is caring. Don't forget.